We're in Wales today. We found this random small town called Abergavenny and we just made it, and now we're making our way from the train station to this center of the town, and it's amazing. It's beautiful and it's not that hard to find the town center, so that's a plus. I found another one! We're at Abergavenny Castle right now, and it's pretty sweet. The lady at the candy shop we stopped at this morning said it was just a hut, but that is a false statement because it's pretty awesome. It was raining for a while, which is why I did not get my camera out because I didn't want to get it any wetter than it already was from taking lots of pictures. We went inside the museum while it was raining, and now it's not, and now it's sunny. Here's the castle.
I think I should use a Van and White paint.
Totally should.
Continuity.
Nicely done. Say hi, Sydney. Hi. That's the saddest thing that ever happened. This is the best view of all time. We found some random path to somewhere. We think it might be the path we're looking for, but we're not sure, so we're gonna find out. It looks interesting anyway. Amber says it looks pathy. So, you know, that's all you really need. We found, I think, the path that we might have wanted. It's a path anyway, but we're walking some more, and it's pretty because that.
Spy on those people.
Ooh!
What are they doing?
I don't know if I'm, there we go. Spies. They're just walking. My lens doesn't zoom very much.
Up to no good, no doubt.
Yeah, obviously.
Hey!
Amber has just realized that she's never tried to do a handstand before, so she's gonna try and do one now as it starts raining.
What do you do even?
You gotta give yourself, you gotta kind of lean forward from standing up.
Yep. So, just like...
You gotta kind of get some momentum. Now, it stopped raining again. We found this garden, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So this is actually about 4 days later. I didn't get to take my camera out again because it was raining. Pretty much we exhausted the whole town because everything was closed since it was Sunday. So we decided that we wanted to have a pretty awesome experience, and we went and saw Monsters University at this tiny theater. It was a good movie. I really enjoyed it, and it was fun being in the movie theater in this tiny Welsh town. But then when we came out of the movie, it was raining pretty hard. Before it had just been kind of drizzly, but it was actually seriously raining when we came out, so we had to walk to the train station in the rain. We all got pretty wet, even though we had umbrellas, they didn't. We found the train station, and there was this little pub that was like right next to it, and so we decided we had a while before our train came, and so we decided to stop into this pub for like 10 minutes. Old Welshman was standing outside of the pub, and he just started chatting with us even as we just walked by. He just said something about the weather or something. Of course, it's always about the weather. So we went into the pub and we ordered, Sydney and I got a half a pint and Amber got a pint of cider, and we just sat there and just like downed the cider while we half chatted, half listened to this old Welshman talk about stuff. And then when we left, a full 10 minutes later, there were these other middle-aged men sitting at the table by the door, and they were like, "Oh, did he scare you away?" And it was so cool. It was honestly probably the coolest 10 minutes of my life, because it really, Abergavenny was just such a small town, and it really was just the perfect small town pub, and they weren't like snobby about it. They were very friendly in there, and they all wanted to talk to us, and it was really exciting. So despite the fact that we were very wet and had to remain wet for the entire 2.5-hour train ride back, it was worth it for that nice little 10 minutes in the pub. So then we caught the train in Abergavenny and ended up back in Newport, and we had like, I don't know, 45 minutes or an hour or something until our train back to London got there. And we were really hungry and we had to pee, and because we had just chugged cider, and so we wanted to find food at the train station, but it wasn't open, and so we were so upset. So we ventured out 5 minutes into Newport. We found this weird little, like, super cheap, I don't even know what it was. It had like fried fish pieces and like chicken nuggets and chips and stuff, but it was so cheap. So we got some very cheap food and just tiredly ate it while we caught the train. Even though it rained and I didn't get to see as much of the countryside as I wanted to see, and it was a small town, so there wasn't a whole lot to do since everything was closed on Sunday, it was so worth going. It was just a perfect little small town experience, and everyone was just really nice to us. We were pretty much the only tourists in the town, except maybe around the castle, but even then there weren't that many tourists. Maybe they were a little confused about why we were there, but it was so cool. I really, really am glad that I went and that I somehow found this random little town. I don't even remember how I found it, but I'm very glad I did, because it was a really, really cool experience. And yeah, so there we go. My deep conversation about small towns.